morning, guys. Today our video is going to be in regards to embroidering Bella Canvas drop shoulder hoodies, which is identical to the sweatshirt I'm wearing right now. Kind of show y'all. I love the drop shoulder hoodies because they're extra soft. They have a raw hem on the inside with an identical matching cord, paired with, as you can see, look how low the shoulder is compared to normal sweatshirt. A normal like Gildan or Bella Canvas sponge fleece sweatshirt would typically be here on the shoulder. So today we're going to talk about embroidering for one of our friends. His name is Alexander. He is the owner of Corsa. Sweatshirts out of the box. He's only doing 3 colors this time. The heather gray that I'm wearing, which I love gray, so I'm obsessed with. He's also going to be doing a storm gray, which I will hold up and model for you. And he's also doing just a few peach. And if you recall last time when he had made this drop, which I'll link his social media in the original post and post like a little clip of it in the video. These were super limited edition, and same with these. All the proceeds of the sweatshirts do go to a dog shelter, which I will also leave below. So we really greatly appreciate, him doing this, as well as being one of our long-term customers. So this is the peach drop shoulder. And as I'd like to mention, we love the Bella Canvas brand. You can see how you can honestly just see like how freaking thin and soft this is, which is great for cold mornings in the Texas area because it's really humid and hot here, but I'm still pretty comfortable wearing this sweatshirt, for instance. So he's gonna do some peach, and then the storm gray, which is to me is like a indigo asphalt. It's solid, it's not heather. So you can kind of also see that. I have a terrible glare because of our freaking LED lights, but we love our LED lights. So after from here, now that we have them all laid out, there's gonna be a left chest embroidery and something on the sleeve plate. We're gonna go ahead and take y'all into our embroidery area and kind of show you guys around there and the process of the sweatshirts getting embroidered based off the colors that Alex from Corsa had chosen. Okay, so I'm gonna take the pile of sweatshirts into our embroidery department. So you can see Miss Lori. She runs all of our embroidery. We have 13 embroidery heads. She has a small single head over there, and then forehead, and a forehead here. Over here is all of our threads. So we're gonna sit the sweatshirts down on this table here. We already know the 3 colors that we have in sweatshirts. So over here is where there's a huge selection and variety of colors. And the colors that we are picking for this job have already been predetermined because we've already done these sweatshirts before. So the client already knows what he's gonna get, but we have tons of threads, lots of color options. We even have like some more like rare colors over here, or colors that we've ordered for just very particular jobs. So it's like and we also have a regular traditional sewing machine, which is completely different than all the embroidery machines. So this is really cool. We're gonna kind of show y'all the computer where we set up the file, and then Miss Lori will also explain how to get the file from the computer over to the embroidery machines, because that's a whole project within itself. But we're gonna lay these out nice and flat so that way they're not wrinkled, and then get them ready for embroidery. All right, so we're starting the embroidery on the sweatshirts, and we're just doing a 1-color design on a few of these, and then a few others are gonna be multicolored. We use Melco embroidery heads, and we order all of our thread from Madeira. Here you can see that the maroon thread is spiraling down. It's going through this little mechanism right here, which helps keep all of the embroidery thread straight. And then it pulsates all the way down into the needle head. And this is about usually the speed that the machines run. So here she's running the maroon on the peach. Over here we're doing a soft peach color on the storm gray hoodie. And then finally on the sport gray, they're doing a denim blue. And same thing, you can see how she changed out the color. We can change all these colors, and if she was to run multicolor designs, many of the bobbins would be, oh not bobbins, I'm sorry, many of the spools of thread would be moving. The bobbins are underneath here. So while she's running these, over here on this other equipment. She is running embroidery, and these are really technical because they have to go inside the pockets of these jackets. So you can see it's a very small hooping area, and the hoop has to be a pretty consistent tightness, so then that way when it's running, it doesn't move, or you have to run into possibly like needle breaks or anything like that, so you have to be real careful. So, and then over here on the single head, she's running patches. And you can see that we always do a lot of police and fire wear. Y'all have seen me talk about it several times. So all the heads stay pretty busy. So we're gonna come back when she's doing the multicolor design and kind of show y'all how that looks on the machines. Alright, so we're back in the embroidery room, and they've already gotten some of the hoodies already done. They're doing sleeve embroideries right now. So same matching color that they did on the left chest location. So left chest, left sleeve. We can go on over here. And only one of them is running right now, and that's because it had a thread break. So you can see that, okay, now I just started sewing again because the thread break on this one had happened further back. So as this one had to catch back up, it's gonna go ahead and, you know, lay down the identical stitch pattern on both of these heads. And you can see that she has this one staged, ready to go on to this head next. And so she's really just running one sweatshirt at a time per head. And so that way she doesn't have to change the thread colors a bunch. So, and we're not crazy busy, but this is still, you know, something that requires patience and time. So she doesn't want to rush. And just, it's kind of pointless to change the thread colors out all the time. So when you're working on a design, you will have to get the logo or emblem or verbiage, whatever it is that you're wanting to get embroidered on apparel, into a digitized file. And so this file started out as a digital JPEG that we converted into a digitized embroidery file. So inside this program, as Lori had like just showed us, if you could change this, you can actually change these colors independently based on what they're grouped together. So you can see that she removed the red, she removed the blue, and then you can simply add them back, and you can also change the colors. So therefore, if you're doing testing, like this is the storm gray background, it's a little hard to tell on the computer screen, but this is essentially close to the storm gray hoodies from Bella, and we decided instead of doing black on here, we're gonna do the off-white color. So that way it kind of pops. Here, you know, we're gonna send it over to the machine. She's going to click on one of the foreheads that she's running the sweatshirts on. Once it says it's loaded, it just kind of lets you know. We have multiple logos for him, so this one she just has saved as a little different style number. So then once it's sent over, you can close out of that, and then she's going to go do some bee-boops on the machine. Lori has been doing embroidery longer than I've probably been alive. So she knows all the little, what do they call, finger movements, or like files, the menu screens. She like literally has these menu screens memorized at this point. So she's basically telling it location, what color to run, things like that. A lot of the newer embroidery machines are all digital, so you can like manually change things, whereas this is just more of a scroll screen. So she's gonna turn on all the heads because she's running all three of them at the same time. And just like that, they're gonna get started. And remember a little bit earlier when I had told you guys that, you know, there's different colors on here. So right now the red is running. It's probably going to run all of the red first. Yes. So it's gonna run the red, and then it's probably gonna end up running the blue, and then it's gonna run the off-white. And you can see that she has all the next sweatshirts all pre-staged. And on these, she's actually going to do a different color. So I'm going to come back in a little bit when these are about to be done and kind of show y'all and give y'all a little bit of an update before she transitions into the different color scheme. Oh, you can actually see it already changed to the blue. So yeah, we'll come back and visit this in a few minutes.
Okay. How many patches do I have over there? The gray ones, the gold ones. Two. Okay.
So these are all finished. She just took them off the machine, so they are gonna have to be trimmed. And now she's loading up the new colors. And so she's already added these two colors on each of the 3 heads that she's running. So then once that's all finalized, as we had already mentioned, these sweatshirts were all previously hooped. So she's gonna mount them onto the machine, and then she can begin running the changed design, which it's still the same digitized file that we had showed you earlier. She has a different digitized file up there now, but it's the same digitized file that we had previously shown, just running certain embroidery heads with the specific colors that she swapped out. And because we have the arm, she always has to be really careful because you don't want to accidentally sew through the sweatshirt in like the parts that aren't supposed to be sewn. And then you can see that she's adding the cutaway pailon between the bobbin and the flat goods. And then she's gonna do some more bee-boops on the computer screen there. And then when everything is good to go, she turns on all the heads and then starts them. And so now these colored sweatshirts, which are only 3, are going to be run with that grayscale design that we had showed you earlier. And this is going to be more subdued. So we're going to go ahead and let this run, and then I'm going to come back when it's closer to be almost finished. Alright, so as I mentioned, these were going to be grayscale, so a very pale silver, a little bit darker of a medium gray, a charcoal, and then following up with the black, and it's almost done. It's got 2 more letters to run. So these went a lot more smoothly than these other ones did, just because there happened to be a lot of thread breaks, and sometimes that happens and sometimes it doesn't. However, she already has these all hooped and staged to run the sleeve location as soon as these are done. And we're going to be running the sleeve also in this off-white, and then the sleeve in those are going to be in black, or probably the darker charcoal. I'm not sure what she decided on, but client is not that picky, so whatever she feels like doing. All of these are all trimmed already. Ryan was able to get these all trimmed up. These are all good to go. They look great. So we're gonna probably model them and take a few photos just so that way y'all can see the color. Like literally these are almost the same color, but the LED light just makes them look not that great, but they actually look really, really, really good. So can't wait to show you guys. She's gonna get these all wrapped up. Look, those are already done. So she's gonna pull those off. We're gonna get those trimmed, and then she's gonna finish running the sleeves on these. All right, so I really wanted to go ahead and get this video all wrapped up, and we have 5 different combinations of completed sweatshirts that we did for Corsa Tech. For Alexander, that he will probably be selling and offering. I will hopefully, he should have these sweatshirts probably by the time that I actually make the video. So I wanted to go ahead and display, like, this is a done, completed one. This is with the 3-color color combo that he has on here, paired with a 1-color I Couldn't Be So Lucky sleeve. And you can kind of just see a nice finished completed project. Again, this is a drop shoulder sweatshirt that I'm wearing. So typical arm placement is going to be up much higher, closer to the hem of the sleeve. So that way the appropriate arm placement will be accurate. And that's really important when you are decorating on certain goods and apparel, that you're paying attention to location. So we did the Storm with the peach color embroidery, which I love this color combo. I absolutely, to die for, my favorite. I'm actually super happy with all of these. Then he did the peach sweatshirt with a wine embroidery, left chest, left sleeve, same accent tone, real nice, fun, earthy tones, kind of like that it's there, it pops out at you, but it's not crazy, crazy busy. And then on the sport gray, which is what I'm wearing, they did a denim blue, a soft baby denim blue, 2 location, that. And to go with his traditional 3-color spectrum, this was one of the last designs that we had talked about, was the Grayscale, which is all the gray on gray with the black for the emblem. And she ended up with a really dark gray, which is the 3rd gray in the logo, on the sleeve as well. So again, it's really, really fun to be able to play with the embroidery colors, and when it comes to your logo or personal branding or things that you're wanting to sell, there are a lot of options out there, so just don't stop at like, I just want white or I just want black. We love trying to personalize and develop and create your brand, and I do a lot of screen printing videos and not very many of embroidery videos, so that's really why I wanted to kind of show on this very personalized job that's going to be in a retail consumer's pocket at the end of the day. They're going to be the ones who are going to be wearing this as loungewear or representing that they wanted to donate to a good cause. So thank you guys as always for watching our videos. Please always feel free to reach out to us if you're interested in doing any screen printing or embroidery work. We also do pens, koozies, sublimation, banners, all sorts of products. Like if you need your logo on it, or if you want to be able to start selling something, absolutely reach out to us, because I'm sure we can get you taken care of. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time.